عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على حي على الفلاح حي على الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله لا نبي بعده اللهم صل وسلم على حبيبنا المصطفى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين رب أعوذ بك من همزات الشياطين وأعوذ بك رب أن يحضرون قال الله تعالى في كتابه العزيز بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون أوصي نفسي وإياكم بتقوى الله فقد فاز المتقون. Dear brothers, I would like to remind myself and all of you to have taqwa in our hearts and let taqwa be the guidance in every single deed that we do every day. Taqwa, or Allah's consciousness, can be defined as the state of being aware of Allah's presence. When we have taqwa as our guidance, we will realize that Allah is watching us, whether we are in public or alone, and He knows whatever comes across our mind and heart. Taqwa is extremely important because taqwa helps us to face various challenges. and tests in our daily lives by preventing us from committing sins or evil deeds and aiding us to perform good deeds and worship Allah Azza wa Jal. Do remember that Allah has promised rewards for those who have taqwa, as in Surah Al-Talaq. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب. Whoever has taqwa, Allah promised that He will find a way out for him from his problem, and He will provide him from means he did not anticipate. Dear brothers, this deen, the religion of Islam, is built from fundamental knowledge that has been revealed to us through the final revelation, the noble Quran, and the authentic narration from our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that is al-Hadith. Allah Ta'ala said, "Inna hadha al-Qur'an yahdi lillati hiya aqwam." Fi Surah Al-Isra. Indeed, this Quran guides to the way that is the straightmost. And He also said, Fi Surah Al-Najm, وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. And He, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, does not speak out of his desire. It is not but a revealed revelation. It should be clear to us that Quran is the first source of guidance, and authentic narrations from the Prophet ﷺ are regarded as revelations. These sources of revelations must be our most priority, that we will put utmost efforts to grasp, for us to be safe in the right path in this world and the hereafter. But how is it possible for us to hold on to the Quran and the Sunnah if we don't have knowledge about it? How is it possible for us to have knowledge and good understanding on the Quran and the Sunnah if we do not understand these revelations that were revealed in Arabic? It is true that the Quran and Hadith have been translated into various languages all around the world, but still the originality and the genuine meaning of the revelations are preserved in Arabic language. I don't wish to talk about the Arabic language in details because I'm not Arab, أنا أعجم ولساني أعجمي. But we have found through history that many imams from one generation to another have come forward. The imams or Islamic scholars whom Allah guides them in the right path will understand the Quran and the Hadith and interpret these revelations according to what Allah Ta'ala wants. However, those who fail to seek Allah's guidance will understand and interpret the Quran and the revelations according to their desires. They are misguided and they mislead people from the truth. Now, how do we know if the imams or scholars are truthful to Islamic teachings? Well, if they told us what goes against the Quran and the Hadith, then we have to reject it. If they told us something that does not have any root or source from the Quran and authentic Hadith, then we have to reject it. If they taught us any innovation that did not exist during the time of the Prophet and during the time of the Sahaba and Salafus Salih, then we have to reject it. If they taught us something that goes beyond human logics and it does not have any source from the authentic revelations, then we have to reject it. If they narrated any fabricated story or sayings that were not sourced authentically from the Prophet ﷺ, but boastfully claimed that they are from the Prophet, then we have to reject them and what they bring with. Because Prophet ﷺ once said, "Man kadhiba alayya muta'ammidan falyatabawwa maq'adahu minan nar." Whoever says lies upon me while he is purposely doing it, then he shall prepare his seat in the hellfire. It is very surprising that nowadays some groups of Muslims dare to speak lies in the name of the Prophet, just for the sake of gaining popularity among the followers. Some people dare to claim that they meet the Prophet ﷺ in the dream, and the Prophet read the books written by some scholars, and the Prophet ﷺ say, "Oh, this is a very good book. This is a very, very good Ahsan. And the Prophet even read Safa, pages by pages. This is a very serious crime that we should never ever tolerate. Some people claim that zikr with dancing or spinning are sourced from the Prophet. Again, they are lying in the name of the Prophet. It is true that the Quran and the Hadith have been translated in the various languages. But let's see. What is most surprising is that these groups of people, some claim that they can see the ruh or spirits of the Prophet ﷺ, with their bare eyes. How is it possible for a man to see a spirit or the ruh or something that is in another dimension? And they even lie that they say that the ruh of the Prophet and awliya are present in their zikr gathering. One of their sheikhs said, and I quote, "This whole world, how many authors from Adam alayhi salam to Sayyidina Nuh, Sayyidina Ibrahim, Sayyidina Musa, Sayyidina Isa, all of what they have brought from heavenly knowledge, and what Prophet ﷺ said to his Sahaba, and the Sahaba said to the Ummah, and the Ummah till today, till Judgment Day, all of that is a drop still from the ocean of Sayyidina Muhammad ﷺ. What I can imply from this quote is that he is trying to claim that Prophet ﷺ knows everything. He is trying to level up the attribute of Prophet ﷺ to match with the Creator. I believe, all my brothers, you remember the second last verse in Surah Al-Kahf. Allah said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم قل لو كان البحر مدادا لكلمات ربي لنفد البحر قبل أن تنفد كلمات ربي ولو جئنا بمثله مددا. Say, O Muhammad, if the sea were ink for writing the words of the Lord, the sea would be exhausted before the words of my Lord were exhausted, even if we brought the like of it in continual supplement. This verse implies that the knowledge of Allah Azza wa Jal is infinite, and this attribute belongs only to Him and not the Prophet. One of the implications of these false claims would be the deen will lose its originality and authenticity. These claims will mislead Muslims with little knowledge and faith, and these claims will become a fitna to the deen itself. That's why I'm calling myself and all my brothers to read and learn the truth, and let's hold on to the Quran and the Sunnah so that we will never deviate from the right path of deen. Do you remember that our beloved Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam once said, "Taraktu fikum amrayn lan tadillu ma tamassaktum bihima kitab Allah wa sunnat Nabiyyih." I leave with you two things. You will never go astray as long as you hold them tightly. The book of Allah, yani the Quran and the Sunnah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين والمسلمات فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله وكفى صلى الله وسلم على النبي المصطفى. Brothers, Allah has ordered upon us to say our salawat to our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah Ta'ala fi kitabil aziz, inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna 'alan nabi ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu 'alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli wa sallim 'ala sayyidina Muhammad wa 'ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsanin ila yaumiddin. اللهم أعز الإسلام وانصر المسلمين ودمر أعداءك أعداء الدين. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. عباد الله، إن الله يأمركم بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. أقيموا الصلاة.